Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? It's Dakanoth Fishman here, and today we are going to talk about how to get more talent points. Of course, this is kind of a quick, easy, simple answer, so let's begin. Alright, first and foremost, when you are leveling up, okay, every level has a level. Every player level has a level, meaning that as you progression into the game, the talents are going to eventually give you access to more points. And as you get to level 60, eventually you hit a limit. And that limit ain't a whole lot of nothing. In fact, actually, if you're wondering how many points you get, alright, it's not very much. It's not enough for a lot of people. In fact, frankly, they get to a point where they ask themselves, okay, what kind of talent points do I need and how do I get more? Well, it's pretty straightforward. It is your player level that dictates that. But what happens when you hit level 60? Where else can you get talent points? Well, frankly, you go into the military command branch and you go to the bottom and you get talent points with this research. You get exactly 10 when it's maxed out. Okay, so now you know. Now, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. But now I want to go and give you a little bit of a tangent on how to get your player level increased. And I'm going to give you two ways to do this. All right, now to begin with, player level is kind of one of those things that, frankly, it's dictated by the actions that you do. So every time you upgrade a building, every time you accept a quest, every time that you pick up your guild quests and admin quests, you're getting XP. Okay, every time that you go through and attack someone, you get XP. Every time that you defend, you get XP. Now, the thing is, right, if you're talking player level, funny enough, you can actually get XP in the chapters. You can get XP in all kinds of different places. But the main thing, and this is what often gets most people in a bit of a tricky mess, is they don't actually know how to get that player level increased as fast as reasonably possible, right? Now, obviously, if you spend, obviously that's the key to everything in this game. Pay and you win, and you get the short ticket to the end of the road. But obviously, for those of us who don't spend, you're gonna have to figure out a thing or two to get there. So my recommendation is you want to start out by getting yourself access to Krabby in the familiar tree. Why? Because when he is maxed out, you will get a 10% player XP boost. Tiny, but it's noticeable. 3% still even better than nothing. Okay, and then what you basically end up having to do is you basically have to rack up an enormous amount of XP. Basically, you want to go out and gather quite a bit because really what you can do from that is you can actually get quite a bit. I mean, like if you, for example, if you go monster hunting, for example, like, hey, I'm going to go monster hunt. Now, obviously, without gear, it doesn't look so pretty. I don't do so well when I don't have my monster hunting gear on. Obviously, these are things that you can do to increase your speed. But anyway, the point is, okay, is that if you're wanting to get your XP, one thing you can do is you can actually go do a little bit of monster hunting every day, and it's a really nice way to get some XP. Again, it's like 1,400 for me, but hey, it varies. It differs for everybody. Okay, but when it comes to increasing your XP, that's just one way to do it. Now, in my opinion, if you don't want to give yourself an enormous amount of might overnight for no apparent reason, the best way to get your XP is to attack players, defend players, and do monster hunting. Okay, that's like, in my opinion, the best 3 ways to get your XP every single day. And frankly, if you don't, I would obviously get yourself guild quests and admin quests. If you're wondering how you do that, you want to get yourself holy stars. Now, I don't care how you do it. You can get it through Trickstar, through the familiar tree at Pack 3, or you can get them through events. You can get them from anything. But one thing you can do is then once you have access to that, you can go through Normal Labyrinth, and Normal Labyrinth will often drop and guild quests fairly frequently. And that's a good way to rack up your XP items. If you really, really want to get XP really, really quickly, that's what I would do. In fact, actually, what you can do is oftentimes there's an event that shows up, and you can get yourself double XP. It does happen from time to time. People notice it for guild coins, but it's also a good time to get XP. So, FYI, just so you know. Anyway, the point is, if you're trying to get XP, those are the 3 things that I recommend. Okay, now if you're looking for any other ways to get XP, one thing you can do is you can actually do dark nests. Dark nests in themselves are kind of like a fun little practice, but they also can give you some XP. I mean, really, basically, XP is just like really any action you do in the game. It's kind of an easy way to, like, every time you upgrade your gear, for example, you're going to get some XP. Okay, it's just kind of the way this game is. You're gonna get XP for all the little actions that you do. Now, like, if, for example, if I go into the monster hunting, you know, like, this team in particular, I know for a fact that ain't gonna work. I just know it. And you know what? I'm gonna say probably want to throw Trickster in here. So you're learning a thing or two about Coliseum, you know, while I'm using pay-to-win heroes. I know. But it's still a tiny thing. It's noticeable because here's the thing, all right? If I hit leave now, which you can do, okay, you notice I win. I know that. You can get XP through Coliseum, FYI. But, you know, the more you know, okay? The more you know. But anyway, the thing is, at least in general, all right, is that if you're interested in doing any of that, that's kind of what I would recommend you do. Like, if you're going to get XP, that's what I would do. Those are all the little itty-bitty things that you can do to increase your XP every single day. Obviously, the more VIP levels you have, that's going to give you a huge, giant freaking bonus to your XP. You'll notice that it changes at about VIP 7, 8, 9. At 9, it maxes out. So by the time you get to VIP 9, you pretty much got your bonuses. But as you can see how that works, that's kind of how it goes when it comes to player EXP. So again, if you're wondering how do you get your XP level up, that's one way to do it, is just to increase your VIP level. Obviously there are boosts, so there used to be packs, I don't know if they come out very often, but there used to be packs where you could get a player EXP boost, and you can pop one of these while you're doing your everyday actions, and that's a good way to rack up some points and just kind of double down. Obviously, traps are really benefiting from this in terms of getting free XP without ever actually having to accept their turf quests. But of course, turf quests give quite a bit of XP. But you know, the little things, basically, this is what you do. Anyway, I hope it was somewhat helpful for you. And of course, if you're out there trying to increase your level to level 60 as soon as freaking possible, I hope I helped you out. And needless to say, I'll see you guys next time.